So it's Pipes Drums with Xavier Boderiou, coming to us from Brittany, and it's March 7th, 2021. Thanks a lot for joining us, Xavier.
Thanks. Thank you for
Yeah,
having me.
you got a lot of stuff going on these days, a lot of
Yeah,
recording projects and bagpiping. I thought maybe we can talk about some of your recording projects.
sure.
Some really cool videos coming out, and of course you had your last album, uh, Liam, with Sylvain Barreau and Antoine Lehe.
Yes,
Yeah, so maybe talk about the new music recording projects.
sure. So it's Liam is a new album we recorded last year with Sylvain and Antoine, so two really good friends. So we recorded that in March. No, sorry, in January last year. So it's an album we did at home basically. So we recorded everything in here, really, and it was crowdfunded at the beginning. So it helped us a lot to set up the project and make things going. And it was out in March or April 2020, so during lockdown, really. Yeah, we found it was meant to be out in February last year, and we wondered if we had to get out last year or not. But after all, everyone was under lockdown, so we were like, yeah, it's maybe the time to release it.
Yeah, well, it got a lot of critical acclaim. We saw that, and you've been doing a few kind of videos that go with it too, and using the theater in Brittany. Those are
Yeah,
really kind of interesting, like your approach to those.
yes. Well, the main purpose was to illustrate the album and because I got many questions about which instrument Sylvain, for example, used, because he's using he's a flute player, but he's also using the duduk, which is a Armenian instrument. So it's a double reeded Armenian instrument. So I found it interesting to maybe illustrate a few tunes with this duduk thing, and also I got a call from the city council of Quimper. So I live near Quimper in Brittany, and they wanted to use the theater of Quimper, just because I think they wanted to keep the theater busy at that time. In this theater, you got a technical crew, light guys, sound guys, who wanted to work a bit during that time. So it was really interesting to shot these two videos to make things going, and everyone was happy to work at that time, I guess.
Yeah, they're really beautifully done.
Thank you.
Yeah. Did you have to? Did you crowdfund those as well, or did you have some help
No,
from an arts council or something?
yeah, the city council basically founded it,
Nice.
which is also interesting for sure. But everyone was happy because it was helping me to illustrate this music and this album, and they are. I think they are happy now with those videos because we can show the whole a bit, and we can show the theater because it's quite an old building in Quimper too. So it was interesting for everyone to discover the inside of the hall. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you take a look at those and you really can't wait to get back to live music. I think we're all
Yeah.
missing it. So
Yeah. It's about time.
you're teasing us, but they're really good. So I thought maybe we could talk a little bit about your thriving bagpipe and reed making business. You've had a lot of success. I think you started with redwood drone reeds, and it's just kind of expanded from there. Um, you know, Tell us about being a Highland bagpipe maker and uilleann pipe maker in Brittany.
Well, it's quite a unique position, really. So I'm not I wasn't trained. It was not my initial cursus at first. So I was into marine biology first a few years back. But yeah, I really wanted to walk around machines, and I started with my drone reeds. So I got these milling machines there and big lathe. So I became interested in making tools, also sharpening tools, angles and everything.
So
So
you're
I
a marine biologist and you become a
nothing.
bagpipe maker.
Yeah, I know. I know. So I basically stopped my studies. So I was going into a PhD and I stopped there. And I had this idea of wooden drone reeds. So all started with the drone reeds, but now I'm making, yeah, basically everything. Chanters, pipes, and more recently sheepskin bags too. And
Yeah.
yeah, the lockdown project was a Highland Pipes thing, which is quite interesting too.
So how are you finding, let's talk about Highland Pipes. How are you finding the markets? Do you sell all over the world, or are you seeing people ready to buy from a Brittany-based Highland bagpipe maker?
Yeah,
What are you seeing?
there's certainly the Baguette or the Breton market for sure for me. That's the first one. But also my pipes are selling everywhere basically. Australia, Scotland, Canada too. I got a few sets to Michigan recently. So yeah, it's going about everywhere right now, which is good.
Nice. And what about while we're under lockdown and the whole world is trying to deal with the pandemic, you seeing business kind of steady? Are people buying instruments, do you find?
Yeah, it's surprisingly good for me right now. But I guess it's even if bands are completely stopped, which is a shame, and it has to get back. But still, people tend to have more free time maybe to make more music and to get tuition also over Skype. So some people here in France discovered that Skype was working pretty well to learn bagpipes. So it was quite interesting. So the business is steady, but it's not coming from the same customers maybe. But at some point, it could be interesting to see the bands starting again, especially for young pipers who are about to join a band. They need for sure aim and goals and competitions and concerts and everything.
Yeah, we can only hope. And
Mm.
you think that, I mean, playing in a pipe band or solo piping, just being involved costs a lot of money. And then when
Yeah,
things are shut down,
mm.
maybe people are saving and ready to ready to open their wallets or
That's
support
what I
it.
think. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
cool. So, you've competed. You're got this extraordinary kind of background. You've competed with being a member of SFU. You're a member of
Mm.
Shots and Dykehead back in
Yeah,
the 2000s, and you've played with Cap Caval, of course, and other bagads in Brittany.
yeah.
Um, you know, which scene do you like the best?
So it's a tough question there. It's everything is good for me. It's just very different to play in a pipe band or a baguette. So even if that's an interesting thing with bagpipes because the context is so different between a baguette and a pipe band, but it's still the same instrument. So I think it's good first because it can help to create links between the pipe band world and Brittany as well. So it's important to get Scottish players or people from Canada or Australia traveling to play in a baguette band. It's quite interesting, but it's also interesting to see Breton players coming abroad to play in pipe bands. So I guess it's not the same. We're not focusing on the same thing when we play in a baguette. It's all about because we have two competitions basically. Usually we have an indoor competition during the winter and the competition in Lorient in a big stadium during the summer. So basically you have to play two suites of 10 minutes every year. So the first challenge is to be able to compose and play 2 suites of 10 minutes, 2 new suites every year, which is quite challenging for everyone.
So they have to be different every year?
They have to be, well, they don't have to be really different, but it's not very well received in a band if a band uses the same suite again and again. So it's virtually different, yeah, for sure.
And what do Bagad bands do in between the competitions? Do they just prepare all year for these 2 major competitions?
No, they do a lot of concerts and they have a lot of gigs during festival time during the summer. So basically between May, June to September, they're out every weekend, which is quite some commitment for the players.
Yeah.
So it's no, that's the thing with the Bagad preparation. It's quite short as well compared to compared to pipe bands. So it's usually just a week or 2 before Lorient, but that's it. So it's going very quick compared to a pipe band. But yeah. I guess with a pipe band, it's more focused on about accuracy and sound and precision and ensemble, which is interesting too. So both are really interesting.
Yeah, so the Bagad competitions would be judged more on the musical sort of performance, the overall thing, rather than the kind of accuracy and precision that you just talked about.
They should be judged more maybe about accuracy and precision. So there's maybe some progress to do on that side for sure. But there's 12 or maybe 15, I can't remember. No, 13 judges maybe. So you got 2 judges for each section, and you got ensemble judges as well, which are 3 ensemble judges, I guess, and a percussion judge. So so they can judge accuracy and precision, but there's so much going on in a Bagad suite that it's hard for a judge to be focused on just a section or just sound, because there's so much starts and stop and so many musicians on stage too.